Unit 16. Folk Tales. Page 73. Listening Task 1. The Farmer and His Sons. Exercise A. Listen. You will hear a traditional folk tale. Number the pictures from 1 to 6. 1.
Once upon a time, a farmer and his 3 sons lived on a farm. The farmer always worked very hard in his fields, but his sons did not like to work. They were very lazy and only wanted to sleep and play cards all day.
2.
One day, the farmer called his sons to him. He said, "Sons, I am old. I will soon die. I won't be able to take care of you anymore. So I am leaving you a treasure in the fields. There's a treasure in the fields." The oldest son said, "A treasure? Is it gold?" "Diamonds?" asked another son. "Money?" asked the third son. But the old farmer just smiled and said, "A treasure. You will find a treasure in the fields."
3.
The old farmer died. His sons ran to the fields. They began digging and digging, dreaming of the treasure they would find. Soon, they dug up the whole field, but they didn't find any treasure. They found no treasure at all.
4.
The sons decided to plant some wheat, and soon the fields were full of tall wheat plants. Now the 3 sons worked long, hard days in the hot fields to cut and harvest all of the wheat.
5.
When the sons finished harvesting the wheat, they drove to town and sold it to the rich townspeople. They did this year after year after year, and they made a lot of money.
6.
The 3 sons grew old together on the farm. After many years, they began to enjoy working hard in the fields. Selling the wheat gave them plenty of money, and they were happy. They finally understood that the land was their father's treasure. The land itself and the wheat in their fields brought them a good life.
Page 73. Exercise B. Listen again. Circle the correct answers. Page 74. Listening Task 2. The Stonecutter. Exercise A. Listen to the story of the stonecutter. What is the main idea of each part of the story? Number the statements from 1 to 4. 1.
Once upon a time, there was a stonecutter, a man who cut stones from the mountains to make people's houses. He was very good at his job, and he loved his work. The stonecutter lived in a tiny little house with his wife. The stonecutter and his wife didn't have much money, but they were happy just to be together.
2.
One day, while he was working, the stonecutter found a dirty old magic lamp. When the stonecutter rubbed the lamp to clean it, a genie appeared and said, "I will grant you a wish. You can have anything you want." The stonecutter thought for a moment. Just then, he looked out the window and saw the prince going by. "The prince is rich and powerful. I am just a poor stonecutter. Genie, can I become a prince?" The genie said, "Your wish is granted." And he turned the stonecutter into a prince.
3.
That night, when the stonecutter went home, he saw that his little house was now a beautiful prince's palace. His new life as a prince was very busy. People from the village came to his palace every day to ask the prince to help them with their problems and for favors of all kinds. The stonecutter prince and his wife were never alone, and soon they grew tired of so many people around them all the time. The stonecutter called the genie. He said, "Genie, a prince's life is too busy. I am tired. Can I become a rich man instead of a prince?" The genie said, "Your wish is granted." And he turned the stonecutter into a rich man.
4.
The stonecutter was now a rich man with a big house and servants to cook, clean, and give the rich man and his wife anything they wanted. But something was still missing. One day the rich man was walking in the village, and he saw another man building a stone house. He watched as the man worked, cutting the pieces of stone and putting them one on top of another to build a beautiful house. Suddenly, the rich man said, "That is what I want to do. I want to be a stonecutter again." So the genie said, "Your wish is granted." And he turned him back into a poor stonecutter. And the stonecutter and his wife lived happily ever after.
Page 74. Exercise B. Listen again. Which statements are probably true? Check the correct answers. Page 75. Your turn to talk. Once upon a time. Exercise B. 1. Listen and practice. Notice the pause after a comma when telling a story.
Once upon a time, there was a young boy. One day, the boy met a princess. He said, "I want to be a prince." When the princess smiled, he became a prince.
Page 75. Exercise B. 2. Add a comma to show the pause in each sentence. Then listen and check your answers. A.
One day, a young boy was working in the field.
B.
The boy was poor, so he worked very hard.
C.
When the boy finished working, a genie came and spoke to him.
D.
Because the boy worked so hard, the genie gave him 3 wishes.
Expansion 4. India. Page 76. Listening task 1. Information. Exercise A. Listen. People are talking about India. What are the topics? Check the correct answers. 1.
India is the 6th largest country in the world. It is located in South Asia. India is home to many people from different cultures, and they speak many languages. In fact, India has 22 different national languages in addition to the official language, Hindi. English is also used for official purposes.
2.
India is famous for its food, especially its spicy dishes. Curry dishes with chicken, lamb, or vegetables are very popular. Beef is not served often because many Indians don't eat beef for religious reasons. India is also known for tropical fruits. There is even a national fruit, the mango. Indians drink many fruit juices, and Indian tea is famous all over the world.
3.
It was an Indian scientist named Aryabhata who who invented the number 0 more than 2,000 years ago. Aryabhata may also have been the first person to say that the Earth is round, like a ball. His work helped Indians invent some of their first calendars. Today, math and science, and especially computer science, are popular subjects for Indian students.
4.
India is well known for its movie industry. Unlike Western movies, Indian movies with action, fighting, and violence may also include romantic scenes with music, singing, and dancing. Indian films are known for their beautiful colors and clothing. People around the world are watching more and more Indian movies in theaters and at home.
Page 76. Exercise B. Listen again. Circle the correct answers. Page 77. Listening task 2. A festival. Exercise A. Listen. A woman is telling the story of the Indian festival Diwali. Number the sentences in the correct order from 1 to 7.
Can you tell me about one of your favorite Indian festivals?
Sure. One of my favorite Indian festivals is called Diwali. It is the festival of lights, celebrated all over India. It's something that I used to look forward to very much as a child. There are a lot of legends about this festival. My favorite one tells how the lights of Diwali became so important.
Oh, well, I'd love to hear it.
All right, I'll tell you the 7 parts of the story.
1.
Once there was a woman who tried to save her husband's life by keeping away the Lord of Death.
2.
One night, the wife didn't let her husband go to sleep. She kept him awake all night.
3.
The woman did something very clever. She put her jewelry all over the house, along with her gold money and any other shiny things she could find.
4.
She went around the whole house and she lit many candles and lights. You see, the lights were reflected in the woman's jewelry and all the shiny objects, and the whole house became very, very bright.
5.
When the Lord of Death came to take the woman's husband, the Lord was blinded by all of the lights. It was too bright and he couldn't see.
6.
The woman's husband was saved. The Lord of Death gave up and went away.
7.
The story explains the significance of the lights and the reason why this festival is celebrated.
Page 77. Exercise B. Listen. How do people celebrate Diwali today? Check 5 things they do.
So, what are some of the things that people do today to celebrate Diwali?
Well, today for Diwali, people use many different kinds of lights in their homes. The most traditional ones are oil lamps made of brass. And outside, they set off lots and lots of fireworks.
Sounds beautiful.
Yes, it is. Diwali starts with a lot of joy, a lot of happiness in everybody's life. There's a school vacation for kids. People buy new clothes and cook a lot of special foods and eat them. Basically, it's a time for family togetherness, to meet relatives and enjoy spending time together.
You mentioned special clothes. Can you tell me about some of the clothes that people wear?
Oh, Diwali is one of the times when you buy new clothes and wear them, so kids look forward to this. Usually, adults wear traditional Indian clothes, whereas kids mostly wear whatever is popular, what is fashionable.
And what kinds of special foods do you eat?
Oh, there are all kinds of things. There are many sweets, there are many different dishes for lunch and dinner. Special foods which last for longer than a day are made and exchanged between friends and relatives.
Do people also exchange other kinds of gifts or presents?
Yeah, sure. In fact, one of the special days of Diwali is to welcome the goddess of wealth. This day, we display our important or expensive items like gold, jewelry, diamonds, and money. Anything precious we have in the house, we put out and show. Gifts are also exchanged. We give presents to kids especially.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. It sounds like a great festival. I hope I can see it someday.
This is the end of the audio program. Thank you for listening.